Oh, go ahead and tell us about your new Christmas movie, Christmas with Holly. Tell us about that. What is it? What is it about?
Christmas with Holly is it's a nice story about a young girl who's going through a lot of trouble. You know, her parents, her mom has died and passed away, and she's only 6 years old. And she's played by the Galena twins, Lucy and Josie Galena. They're awesome, amazing. And it's a story about new beginnings and overcoming challenges and love and how love can keep things together and how love can carry you through hard times and a journey that eventually ends with finding love. As they're such amazing little girls, I love them. But at the end of the day, it's a story about challenges and overcoming the rough spots that we go through in life because of love.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of these Hallmark movies recently, and we can't wait to see this one either. I'm sure it's going to be just as good.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be great. I think everybody, all the actors came and did a great job with their characters. And at the end of the day, I think it's all going to come together as a great story.
Awesome. Do you relate to your character at all?
Mark Nagel, I think that there's bits of my personality that play into Mark. Mark's a very nice guy who's met with a lot of challenges, and he overcomes those challenges. He's not going to give up. He's not going to quit. And I've gone through things in my life that I feel like I can relate in the same way, where I've met challenges that were intimidating and extremely overwhelming. But by continuing to persevere and get through them, things have worked out. So I think that in that sense, I relate to the character quite a bit.
Awesome. Well, since the holidays are right around the corner, do you have any Christmas plans?
Notice the tree in the background.
Yes. You're all ready to go.
Actually, I am going to fly this afternoon back to Los Angeles, and my grandmother and my dad are going to meet me there. And so they're coming to the premiere of the show. And they're going to be there waiting for us when we get there. I'm going to make my dad do decorations all around the outside of my house. That's my big plan for the holiday. And then lots of travel, of course, to go see my dad and my grandmother in Texas and coming here. What's that? Okay, and Disneyland. Apparently we're going to Disneyland so my girlfriend says. She wants to go very badly.
A lot of fun plans. You can't go wrong with Disneyland. Come on.
Well, I guess not. I hear that they have a very nice Christmas theme going on, so
yes,
I'm looking forward to it.
We haven't been for Christmas. I mean, it's magical all time of the year, every day. How much more magical can it get, like, at Christmas time?
Right? Well, that's what she says. Exactly. And she's never been, so I guess I got to bite the bullet and take her for a trip.
Wow. Well, she's going to love it. She's not going to want to leave. Like, just make her a permanent residence, new Disneyland member. She's got to stay.
We're going to move you in. How do you feel about that? She's all about it.
There you go. And do you have any holiday traditions you like doing yearly, anything, or any Christmas movies you like watching yearly you have to watch?
Oh, Christmas well, A Christmas Story is number one. That is hands down one of my favorite all time. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, also It's a Wonderful Life is a given automatically. Home Alone, you can't go wrong with any of them. They're all fantastic, wonderful. Got to see them all. In fact, last night I was upset because I was specifically looking for a Christmas movie to watch, and there weren't any on. I remember a time when all the way up until Christmas, after Thanksgiving, they ran Christmas shows 24/7.
Yes.
How
is this even possible? What do you mean no Christmas movies on? That's not possible.
I was trying to find one, and there wasn't one available.
Wow. I can't believe this.
It was a little late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that's why.
Okay. Well, that's what DVRs are for. You got to have playback Christmas movies ready and on demand and ready.
Well, this is true. I did know that.
Yeah. So, yeah, luckily there is so many that you can watch over and over. There's just an abundance of Christmas movies.
Oh yeah. I like all of them. They're all really good. In fact, I haven't I haven't seen Rudolph yet.
Oh, Rudolph.
The old animation Rudolph.
Mhm.
Usually it's the first one that pops up.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Some of the classics though are like the best. So good.
I don't know what's going on with the times. You know, people are growing out of the Christmas spirit, but everybody's going Black Friday shopping apparently.
Yeah. What does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Profit.
Profit.
Corporations turning major profit. That's it.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend does it every year.
Oh, she
I
does.
don't.
You don't.
It's a family tradition. I don't see how it's really a family affair, but it's family tradition for them to do 4
Wait a
a.m.
minute.
Black Friday shopping.
How does the family find each other in that crowd? How are they even like to be found? Doesn't the family get lost?
I don't know. They're professional shoppers.
Wow, they've got it all down.
I stay home and I watch football
You're
and I
better-
hang out with the boys and I drink beer,
you're
as it
better
should
off.
be.
There you go. And then she brings home all the gifts and you're good to go.
Oh no. She brings the things that she bought for herself home and
Okay.
shows me. Oh, I got this and I got that and I got this. No gifts.
All these deals. Wow. Well, how about on your Christmas wish list? Anything that you want in particular?
Specifically this year,
Uh-huh.
I want a pre-seasoned skillet with a glove so that I can cook fine meals for my wonderful lady.
Ah, that's very nice.
How about that, apples?
Very nice. So tell us, so you're a chef, you cook? You're a cook?
Oh, I like to consider myself a chef, but I don't think many chefs in the world would be too happy with me calling myself a chef. But it's okay. I do like to cook. I cook a lot at home.
You do.
Yes, I love breaking open a new recipe and giving it a crack. But see, I don't always follow the recipe that I'm given. I just kind of use that as a basis, and I kind of go my own route with it.
Uh-huh. Do you like keeping it healthy?
I try to.
You try to.
Oh, apparently I get season happy is what... You know what? This is my interview, not yours. Why don't you see your way out of it? Excuse me. I apologize about that.
It's okay.
I've got somebody comment in the background. I got a heckler over here. And her name's Brianna Cano.
So we actually kind of have to like flash back with you and talk about a couple of your movies that you've done, some of our favorites. We're going to start off with Sleepover. This is like a classic in itself.
Well, nice.
Yeah, tell us about that movie. How'd you like filming it? What was that like?
Wow, that was so long ago. It was my first experience being a... I guess I wasn't the lead. I wasn't a lead character, but I was a main character. It was my first experience as a main character in a movie, and I was really, really excited and totally fresh and new and pumped up and having a great time when I shot that. It's so weird to think about how long ago that was, though.
I think it was like 2004-ish. So does that feel like that long ago? It does feel like that long ago to you?
I think it feels like it was more like 2003, but it came out in 2004.
Came out 2004.
Which is 9 years, which is basically a decade.
Wow. I really would like to see, even though it's been 10 years, a part 2.
Part 2?
Yes. They need to make this happen.
Oh, I don't know if there's any room for that. Those kids are all grown up now.
I know, it might turn into...
If you're gonna do a part 2, it's got to be a whole new cast.
I know, but it was so good, though. You gotta admit, it was like one of the best movies.
Well, I'm glad you think so. I'll take it.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite scene from the movie offhand you remember doing?
Movie? I don't. I mean, personally, I really love Steve Carell's work in it. I thought Steve Carell was hilarious in it. You know, when he comes to the front door and went over the bike and he comes to the front door, I think that would be one of my favorites. And Jane Lynch was awesome as well.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Very good. I know. The cast was like on par. Do you keep in touch with any of them?
You know, I saw Alexa on and off. I would run into her for like a year or two, maybe 3 years after that. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen any of those people in forever. Like probably 4 or 5 years, 6 years since I've seen anybody.
Oh, wow.
From that. I'd run into Joe Nussbaum on occasion. Once every couple of years, the director. Mm-hmm. That's about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about also Yours, Mine, and Ours? How'd you like doing that?
Yours, Mine, and Ours was quite a trip. It was 18 kids, which is a lot. Not to mention the 10 animals that we were working with. You know, we had a pig, we had a crow, we had dogs and cats and just all sorts of stuff. It was nonstop craziness on that set. And, you know, the catering would have all this sugary candy sitting out. And let me tell you, after lunch, those kids would hammer that catering table and just be bouncing off the walls. Literally, I felt like a human jungle gym.
Wow.
But it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, Raja Gosnell, the director, was immensely patient. You know, he had a bunch of kids himself, so he knew he really was able to get in there and work with the kids and get great performances out of them through his patience and his wisdom, which was nice. It was nice. It was a great experience.
Also, so we just have a couple get to know you questions. The first question we wanted to ask you is, what's one thing we may not know about you?
Oh, one thing that you may not know about me. Now you already know that I love to cook.
Very good.
I'm a chef in the kitchen. What else that you may not know about me? I don't know. I love my family and friends more than anything, and that's all that really matters to me, and that's the most important thing. Especially, you know, during the holidays, everybody needs to feel a little bit of love, and you should spend it with those that you really care about.
That's great. That's awesome. And since we were speaking about food, I was going to ask you, next question was, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
My favorite fast food restaurant? Ooh, that's a tough call. It's a toss-up between In-N-Out Burger and Poquito Mas.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both pretty equally. I eat them both not on a regular basis. I like to cook a lot at home. That's the thing. I like fresh food. I like to cook it myself because, you know, I have control over what goes in it for health reasons, and I know where it's been. I know everything that's gone into it, and it's also usually much better than the restaurant when I cook it at home. So
that's very true.
I prefer that.
That's very true.
But In-N-Out Burger is a weakness. I think In-N-Out Burger is a bigger weakness than Poquito Mas, so I'm gonna have to go with In-N-Out Burger on that one.
In-N-Out. Oh, so good. Really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, since you are a cook, what's one of your specialties then? What's one of your favorite dishes you like to cook?
That's a tough one. I've got a lot of favorites. I think overall, I like to cook fajitas the most. I love fajitas. Carne asada is also really good. Mm-hmm. But I grew up in Texas on Tex-Mex food, and if you come to my house, I can definitely whip up some fajitas, guacamole, fresh made at the house right there, tableside guacamole done by me.
Wow.
And I like to throw a little extra spice in there. I like it spicy. But I also love to make soup, and I like to make chili, and I like to make stew, and I can cook anything. But on a go-to, if I'm having people over, it's either carne asada tacos or fajitas and homemade guacamole and all the fixings that come in between.
That sounds great. Can you send us some over Skype right now? Because that sounds really good.
I'm actually making myself very hungry, and I'm going to have to get off of this interview and go eat soon.
Exactly. That's so good. Now, being like a Texan there, are you familiar with Whataburger?
Oh, yeah, I love Whataburger, but I don't live in Texas, so I do love Whataburger, but because there's something special about it that's different than any other burger I've ever had. Mm-hmm. But if I had to choose between Whataburger and In-N-Out, I'm a Texan through and through, but I'm going to In-N-Out Burger.
You're going In-N-Out.
Right, I'm going to In-N-Out Burger.
Wow.
But I love my...
Okay, so In-N-Out has your heart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't help it.
What do you get to order exactly like at In-N-Out? What's your usual order?
A double-double with grilled onions and raw onions. I love my onions and everything else as it comes. Every now and again, I like to throw a monkey in the wrench, and I like to get the chili peppers on it.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and again.
Every now.
But I've got to be. I've got to be in the mood. That's you got to be feeling a little spicy, a little saucy to throw the spice on it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely
There's an occasion.
a spice guy. You love your spices. We figured that out.
Oh, jalapenos. Oh, I was growing mammoth jalapenos and red hot chili peppers in my garden in my backyard there in California last year. I didn't do it this year because I didn't have the time. I was working through the summer. It was awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, like I said, there we go. We learned so much new things about you that we didn't know.
You know what? To answer that question before, what's something people wouldn't know about me? I grow my own veggies.
Oh, you do?
I grow my own peppers, and I like it hot. I grow sweet peppers, bell peppers, mammoth jalapeno peppers, red hot chili peppers, and banana peppers. I grew in Pepper Row last year along my fence line. And let me tell you, there's nothing like going and picking a pepper off of the vine, cutting it up, and throwing it on the grill with some food. Just call me Farmer Faris.
Farmer Faris, your new name. Change your Twitter name, Farmer Faris. There you go.
Yeah, if I change my Twitter name, I'm not going to have any followers, though.
That's true.
That's the problem.
Who is this Farmer Faris? No one knows.
Like a zero. And then you got to explain yourself to everybody. It's just a big headache.
It would, take too long. But you are the only Sean Faris. I like that, though. You are the only Sean Faris.
Well, I would like to think I'm the only Sean Faris in the world. I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of people in the world. But that's also why I went with it, was because there were so many fake accounts before I started it that I wanted to, make a statement.
Exactly. We hear a lot of people compare you to different celebrities out there. Who's the number one person they said that you look like?
I don't know. Well, the number one, I would say, it all depends on my hair length. Like, right now I get Christian Bale with the long hair. When his hair is long and my hair is long, I hear that I look like him, which I will take it. I will be Batman any day of the week. I just want to be able to say I am Batman. I don't know who doesn't. What male out there in this world, self-respecting male, does not want to say I am Batman? Because I damn well want to say that I am Batman. Other than that, when my hair is short, I get Tom Cruise all the time.
Tom Cruise. You can't go wrong with any of those. Come on, those are good picks.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to complain. But at the end of the day, my name is Sean Faris, and I'd like to be myself.
There you go. There you have it. Very cool. How about any TV shows you like watching at the moment? What do you like watching?
Well, there's quite a list. Let me think. What's my number one TV show right now? I don't know. For network television, I like Vegas. I worked with Michael Chiklis. I knew about that coming out, and I've also worked with Dennis Quaid, so there's a nice little recall there. I think it's the best show on network television, personally. There's a lot of shows that came out this season that I personally don't have an interest in. But I do watch, Boardwalk Empire is one of my favorites. Currently, what do we watch? The Walking Dead. Everybody watches The Walking Dead. I think this is the best season they've had on The Walking Dead. The writing has definitely tightened up and the dialogue is so much better than it was in years past. But Homeland is a favorite, and Dexter is always one that we watch. Overall, numero uno, gotta pick one. It's gonna be between Homeland and Breaking Bad still. I love Breaking Bad. And Boardwalk Empire. I don't know. It's hard to pick one.
You can. Those are all good. You can. Good choices.
Yeah, those are all my favorites. But I really feel like cable television has stepped up their game, because I feel like cable television the writing on it is they write for their show. They don't write to appease an audience. And I think that they make a harder stance. And I think that plays out in how well the show it comes off.
That's true. They need to think of both perspectives when they do that.
Yeah, right. They just play for their character's perspective. They don't write for how do we get the most number of people to be happy about what our show's message is about. I feel like they take more of this is what our show's about, like it or not, this is what you're going to see, and this is what you're going to get. And I think America responds a lot more to that than happy routine.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
I know. I agree. And how about like 90s TV shows like Full House? Any of those shows do you like watching?
Well, a show that's been around since the 90s still runs in my house on a weekly basis, and that's America's Funniest Home Videos.
Ah.
When I was a kid, I loved Full House.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I loved Growing Pains and Who's the Boss and Three's Company and all those fantastic shows. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that was on. They were all great. Zach Morris, Saved by the Bell, anybody?
Yeah.
Tiffany, what? When I was a kid, it was awesome. But those are all left in the past.
But they're good.
They were great. They're
good
good
though.
quality shows. No doubt about it. But
yeah.
I don't like to rewatch. I like fresh new. I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
Current shows. There you go.